Welcome back to Hyperion PADCast, episode 16. We're gonna look at the Mystics and Spectres rerun, but first, let's take a look at Pyako Haku Tiger. This is basically Karendra, but copy-pasted into a different color.
Pretty much, yeah.
I-hour delay, whatever that means. Yeah, for Darkrai's Laundry, sure, whatever. Yeah, it does have a brick. That's pretty funny because that's fun. That's literally a waste.
Show the Evo skill.
The Evo skill is yes. Yep. All right. I mean, the damage is better than Karendra, right?
I don't think so.
And that is
because Karendra has the levitate super awakening.
Right. Just don't have they took out the levitate for a brick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also, Karendra technically has another 10C because he switched that super TPA out to a 10C.
I see. Overall, this is still a great card because, you know, system.
Yep.
Oh, pretty solid. You can put a matchful latent on it. You can just like, it's pretty much Karendra, but color swapped. All right. Leader skill. Oh, also the exact same as Karendra, so literally unplayable.
Not a good leader.
Yep. Let's look at the equip. Now this is quite good. SB triple TPA.
Where are my TPA enjoyers?
Yeah. So, you think normally an SB double TPA is good? Well, now you have 3. But another use that.
God.
Yep.
So that's also some.
Another use you might not think of is like the unmatchable lane. Like if you need a unmatchable lane but don't have TPA, put this on and this clears 3 turns instead of whatever the previous one for 2. And as a skill boost. So overall, I'd say like get at least 4, unless you want more of the equip. Assuming you can get more than that, because Haku is pretty bad, but you shouldn't trade all of yours away. Alright, I think that's all about that for Haku Tiger. Should you roll? What do you think? Should you roll this? Why not?
Okay, yes, if you've never rolled it before, but this machine's been back like a million times now.
Damn, he's gone. But anyways, yeah, I agree a bit.
I was fucking.
Oh, what? Wow, damn, you just
I said,
completely like cut out.
This machine's been around like 15 million times. You should have most of the cards in this already, and the new cards aren't really worth chasing.
Well, obviously I agree that the value in this machine is like quite bad, considering there's a Demon Slayer and Hunter x Hunter coming up. But there is some good things if you haven't rolled before, so that would be the only reason you would roll, because it is 5 stones. It's not that much of a scam.
If you want to look at it in the sense that it's a 5-stone GF a Godfest, then that's a good way to look at it, technically.
Also,
it does have Godfests in it, so...
Look, it's Shotel! Shotel! No, Tona Gamers? Let's go!
Give me like 30 seconds, I'm just gonna go toss my plate in it.
Yeah, let's go. Alright, I'll start with the... Alright, let's look at the cards. Bottom is Furaku. I have to use the monster search, so bear with me here. This is GungHo's fault. Alright, Ancient Raccoon Spectre Furaku. 6 skill boost is quite good. Unfortunately, unmatchables on the Super Awakening. And else. Pretty nice. Kaiba says, got 5 pull, got 2 Sana, and decided I've got enough. That's a pretty good 5 pull. Sana goes crazy. I'm just gonna wait till Darkrai's back, but yeah. Overall, this active is a full system if you have 4 of them and your subs. And you back?
Card is so ass, though.
It is quite ass, but like, it is a system, so dupe value...
There's like 8 million better systems that exist in this thing's place now. I mean, it's technically... Okay, listen, if you're gonna roll the machine, you're probably getting this anyways, so just hold on to a few of them so you can use the system if you ever need it.
It is a consolation prize.
Exactly. This is your low rarity consolation prize. It's
like Sabito from Demon Slayer, but Sabito was actually relevant at the time. This is
pretty much.
This
is your Caster and Pollux from Christmas.
Yep. Alright, Evil Form is literally the same active, but like worse awakenings.
Yeah.
Worse. It's like you really need Cross and like 7 Cs. Yeah, that totally does anything.
Yeah, different awakenings, worse, and the original ones had bad awakenings too. So
skill boosts go crazy though. All right. Equip. This equip is quite good because tape and double OE, so no 80% dark OE and red OE, and then 2-turn haste. Overall this is.
And it's a 2-turn haste.
Yeah, it's okay.
The L isn't irrelevant. It's fine.
Yeah. And like B tier.
Yeah, there's not actually that many equips in the game that have tape, cross, and OEs.
You mean L?
Sorry, tape, L, and OEs. Yeah.
The better equip is Kuromi because that has 2 team HPs instead
That's
of.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Kuromi's just better, but I mean, this is a much more easily accessible version of Kuromi.
Is it? Because Kuromi's also a bottom rarity. And this also requires like a Evo mat, which you need to farm.
This is from a machine that comes around bi-monthly at this point. So
that is true. All right, let's go for B tier. You agree? I mean, it's playable. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not really. Not really. I mean, it's more playable than a lot of the garbage in this machine, but yeah. I would put it like high C rather than B, but you could put it.
Let's leave it in C for now. And I have been lazy, so we did not name all these tiers, and we did not explain them. But we can skip that.
It should be self-explanatory by now. Yeah. Low tier means bad. High tier means good. Really high tier, like the double S, triple S cards, are the cards that you really can't replace with anything else. Low tier cards are just dog shit, garbage, poo-poo that you'll never ever use ever.
C is like mid, literally mid. Not
B is mid. C is like worse than mid, but not completely unusable garbage.
Yep, so Faraku. Alright, next is Nakoja, is that what it was?
Hang on, I'll open the machine again. Next is Nakoja, yeah, it's the snake.
Alright, this is just bad. This is just straight up bad.
Right. Yeah.
this is like horrid. The active is a shield and a board. That is not enough to do anything in this late game.
7-turn cooldown, by the way.
Yikes.
But move time, bro. But
that's crazy.
Time.
Player skill issue? Let's go. Alright, Evo. Worse.
The Evo, like, just as bad, if not worse.
It has team HP, so it's slightly better, but then the damage goes
But rainbow. It's got a super 7C, bro.
That's crazy.
Alright, hear me out, bro. For your Misaka, or for your Makima team, hear me out here. You don't have Makima Denji for whatever reason, even though it's tradable, and you have the Makima and you didn't get one. Shield right here.
True. That's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Look at his damage, bro. I mean, him having absolutely 0 damage doesn't matter when you have a leader skill like that. So,
of course,
big pot. I am absolutely going, by the way.
What attribute? That's crazy.
This is terrible. It's not even a balance type. I guess that wouldn't really matter if you weren't using Denji Makima, but
like the equip is the only thing that saves it from F tier, because this is somewhat good.
For the RC.
Huh? Yeah.
There's so many better RCV equips than this, unless you specifically need the RCV and Cloud combination.
Good question. It does have Fua too, which is somewhat relevant. So,
I guess. Oh yeah, your New Year's for Rule team that you're perpetually coping on. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's your cope right there.
Top of D tier. Agreed.
Sure.
All right. Next.
I feel like it belongs in F, by the way, but top of.
And that equip is.
D is like passable. I
copable.
Guess, so.
Yeah. Is it? No, it should be the Sharkman Kunashi. I think that's it.
It is. Sorry, I'll open the app one more time. Yes, it's the shark. It's the shark, and then it's the bird.
Yep, gotcha.
Machion or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Okay. Active. Not bad, but it's not a brick, so it's trash. It's a core. I
also do want to cut you off really quick. Sorry. So there are actually only 3 other equips in the game that have triple team RCV and a cloud. So I guess yes, I will say D is fine. Yeah. One of them we don't even have. The other one is Christmas Gremory's Globe, and then the other one is Blue Collie's equip.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Shark Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Horrid, but I guess you can put a Fujin Layton on it. But, yeah. ASR1?
I was right. This is a brick on 7x6, which is funny.
That's true. It is a 7x6 brick.
It puts it on the side of the board where the bricks don't count as a row, but still is a thing.
Yep. ASR1, let's go. Let's go. Leaders.
ASR 1 with an 8-turn cooldown, by the way.
Wait, where's the
Mod
HP?
check.
Is there no HP multiplier?
Oh,
that's crazy. It's 0 HP. Let's go.
What is this thing's name again?
Funashi?
Does it not have an HP multi at all? It's just attack and RCB?
That's crazy. Triss support.
That is really
tragic. Tragic. Triss support. Yeah, like anyone plays Triss. All right, Evo.
True.
This is more move time. You were gaming.
Hey, also, listen, but this one has an HP multi on the leader skill.
Yeah, 2x. That makes 2x, so much of that. That's big so money. Survivable.
Now we're hitting.
Now we're surviving.
Now we're tanking hits.
Yeah.
Now we're tanking hits.
Trash. Also trash. All right, equip.
Move time though.
Okay, this isn't bad because unbindable and double SBs are already fine.
Ignore background noise if there is any. My cat has had some catnip and is losing his mind slightly. So
that's crazy. But this equip isn't bad. So
the equip's good. Yeah.
This is the only thing that also saves it from F tier.
This card might unironically be C tier. By the way, this equip is.
This equip is pretty good. Yeah.
This equip is really good. I mean, I'm not saying it's like amazing, but it might put this card
like everything is good on this card.
In not one of the absolute dog water tiers. This probably belongs at a tier where there is a universe in which you would want to use this card.
Yep. C tier sounds fine. Yeah.
There's only like, I think maybe 10 cards in the game that actually have double SBR and an unbind.
Yes.
And this one has OE to go with it, which is fine. It's not super common that you need that combination, but when you do need that combination, this card is pretty irreplaceable.
Yep, it's some more damage. So, all right, next is Birdman. Machigan.
It's Machigan. Yeah.
Okay, this is a funny one because bicolor, but like it does nothing.
So
this is just bored.
This card used to be extremely good in rank, if I remember correctly, because of the board. It makes you a perfect board. But I'm pretty sure, and again, don't quote me on this entirely. I'm kind of talking out my ass. I understand that. I don't really play that many ranking. But from what I understand, this card has been completely eclipsed by Red Yogg. There's not really a great deal of reason to use this card anymore.
Yep, pretty much.
Now, I understand that it does get used on rare occasion just because that board is
perfect,
specifically good, and it has specific killers that makes it good for specific rankings. So that alone makes it good, but I'm going to keep it absolutely honest with everyone watching. If you care about rankings, you have no reason to care about a tier list. So
yeah, yep. So Yogg just makes this. It's one of the boards of all time.
It is very good.
Yep.
It makes you essentially that board with hearts, except Machigan's board is random and Yogg's board is predictable, and it's a third color with the hearts technically.
Yeah. All right. Evo form. This is slightly better, but the active is still dead weight, so it's not playable.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very unplayable. Equip.
Again, the active it's the same as the base, which means if you wanted the base for something, but you need this form's awakenings instead, then it's good for the same thing. Mm-hmm. The equip is god awful.
It's horrible.
Legit might be one of the worst equips I've seen in 2024. I think it might actually be the worst equip I've seen.
60% jammer? That's crazy.
What are we doing?
What is it?
Full resists on things in 2024, bro. Exactly. What the actual hell is this?
Tragedy.
I get that this. Okay, I say 2024, but I mean JP got this in 2023, but still.
No, this is NA's 2024. JP doesn't exist.
2024, but this card is like absolutely dog water. Now, I grant you, it probably has to go in D or C just because of the active skill on the two base forms. But you could put it in F, and I honestly will say sure and agree.
No, let's put it in F. We're putting it in F. It's trash.
We can just for the sake of our tier list, just pretend ranked doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because if you do ranked, again, I'll say this.
Ranking.
I'll reiterate this.
Yeah.
If you do ranking, then our tier list does not matter.
It really does not matter for you.
We want specific cards, and we don't rank them based on that.
Yeah, we'll discuss them like, this might be good for ranking, but like we don't know. We don't know.
Say, like we might be good. It might be good for ranking, but we don't play ranking, so take everything we say about that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I only go heavy on the fixed rankings. The non-fixed one, I just copy paste JP. So.
Where my Remdra farming.
Remdra fever? Get the hell out of here.
Remdra fever. My
I
free
hate that shit.
crowns!
I hate that shit. Unironically using 40%, 60% blind risk equips yesterday, like Gojo, because that is the best blind equip.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Damn. Alright, what's next?
Bro just didn't have that Halloween Kiori in his box, I guess. Or not, Goodnight Kitty in his box, I guess.
I don't have Goodnight Kitty, bro. It's so tragic. I saved my stones for Chainsaw.
Should have wailed harder. Shiranaki's next, by the way.
Shiranaki, alright.
Yeah, I have the app open. I can tell you what the cards are. It's fine.
Shiranaki. Ah,
Shiranaki.
spelling.
Never mind.
I have how many of these? 8? That's crazy. Alright, this card is great because of the active. It's a 2-turn cooldown L generator. And it's an attack debuff, but you're really not using wood, so it's basically just undo other attack buffs.
The Evo becomes wood, so it's funny that it like nerfs the Evo form if you use it.
But the Evo form isn't as good.
This card is also like a part of a couple of the like speedrun Kingpin teams for not Kingpin, the speedrun
stable.
Like the stable speedrunner teams for
ASR 1. Yeah, you just make an L and swipe.
You farm XP. Now I'll say I don't know how relevant farming ASR 1 is anymore when you can just farm like UN 2.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be ASR 1. You can just like run on dungeon boost and do like machine Noah Descendant or whatever drops that shit needs for a month.
You can run that. There's also the Hunter dungeon, a little bit of a tangent, but the Hunter dungeon that's coming up whenever we get that. Gives like an absurdly high amount of XP, and as far as I remember, you can't use Shiranaki for it, but there were people that were toying with Shiranaki, and if she does end up being used for that, you have like 2 weeks to speedrun rank 1100. So
yeah, Kaiba's right. It doesn't have an unlock, which is tragic, but
which does suck.
Yeah, the base is better.
It's funny that it makes you an L to unlock, but does not unlock.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But yes, I believe the Evo is better than the base.
No, the base can triple cap, which is better.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
not like you can in Super Gravity, but you're not running this in Super
Gravity. The Evo is better for
everything else.
For ASR 1.
ASR 1. Machine killing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leader skill, it's meh. It's whatever.
Yeah, this one also has more SP. That's also.
Yeah.
So this one is better. This one, the leader skill is.
It's different, but the Evo's leader skill is playable.
Realistically, you are not leading this. This is a sub. You could lead it because its HP
not bad.
Multiplier is 16x. So sure.
It's gonna survive the dungeons you're gonna play it in. So.
Exactly.
You're not worried about HP.
Farming, it will survive the farming, but this isn't gonna be your lead because you're gonna play this with XP leads.
Yeah.
Best case for this thing, it gets swapped into one of the lead slots, and then because it's a 2-turn cooldown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Equip, not bad, but it's not too good.
Okay. I mean, there's not like I know this is a weird thing to say because it's not like it's the most relevant thing in the universe, but I'm pretty sure there are not a lot of double L tape resists in the game.
No, this might be like 1 or 2.
There's probably not that many. It's not that you really ever need double L. L on equip, there's 3.
Let's see if we can filter.
Well, you're not gonna see one of them because one of them is not in the game yet. Technically speaking, Bride Yuri, Blue Bride Yuri's equip, this equip, and then the post buff New Year's Tsukiyomi card.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But B tier or A tier?
Not A tier. This
B tier.
It could be A tier.
It could be A tier, but like it's
farming.
It doesn't unlock.
For purpose alone, it's probably B tier. There's just way better stuff to farm now, and she doesn't really get used that often.
Yeah.
Like she's been outclassed by a lot of other stuff. The benefit of her versus a lot of the things that outclass her is odds are if you roll this machine, you have it. Like,
yeah,
this
it's
card
like
is mid-rarity. You're probably dumping like 100 stones, and you're gonna see like 3-4 of these and be sad, but at least it's a good card.
Yep.
It's in B because it's like average. It can do stuff. It is useful, but it is outclassed in a lot of ways. That's the main reason.
It is like plain Jane good. Not great. Good. Alright, what's next?
Next is Yusui, the fish.
Yusui. One of the good cards.
I remember using this card for SR 3, not or Royal Oak.
That's 2 or no 3. Damn, that's great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 3-turn active.
Bro, we didn't have a lot of choices. We didn't have Doctor Strange.
True. You mean what's her name? Rosemary?
Yeah, Rosemary. We didn't have Rosemary. We had your choices.
That's crazy.
It was a dark time.
Yes.
Playing Royal Oak back then.
For the Starja title, it's yuck. Right, but anyways, back on track. It was 5 turns. They buffed it to 3 turns. Pretty good. Now it like matches Beach Metron, which was also 3 turns.
It is worth mentioning that they are making a lot of dungeons, specifically right now, AUN4. Now, I understand you're never going to fucking use this card in AUN4, I get that. But
yeah.
They are making dungeons where getting hit with, like, cleric required active stuff, like Bind, Awoken Bind, that kind of stuff, is becoming much more common, like back to back to back, like AUN4, where you have like a 1-floor respite in between each one. So having a really low cooldown like this is good, because especially, again, in AUN4, the reason that a card like Dao-Chan is so good right now is because she only clears 3 turns, but she's a 2-turn cooldown. And everything you get hit with is only 3 turns max, so you can clear everything.
Yep.
So this is good because it is low, but they're going back to the style where they keep the turns low, but the effect is annoying, so you're required to cover it.
Base is decent. It has decent damage.
It is
nothing
also
too good.
it is a water Skyfall loop as well.
Yeah.
Weirdly an over loop because it's 4 turns on a 3-turn cooldown.
Hey man, you're gonna bring that skill delay by 1. Cancer. Yeah.
If this card did actual real damage and fit a team that could use it, this is regardless of form, because the second one is the same thing with a different killer and a different resist.
More skill boost, so it's better. This is better.
Skill boost. The second one would technically be better, but you would never use either of these on like any team that's good right now.
And maybe not even
any reason to keep 4 Yukines?
Yes.
To flex on, it's to flex on poor people. That's the reason you would do it.
For real though, you can have different latent setups and equips.
1,200 stones on Mystics and Spectres, and I don't have a Yukine, so
he's just salty.
To flex on me specifically, to hurt my feelings is why you would do it.
Yes. So you can have 4 SDRs and killers on Yukine, or you can have like Surge latent, whatever the hell you need on there. And the equip is good because it's basically a mod with a delay. Can't have too many mods.
The equip's good. And the main, like Ramen said, the main reason to keep a lot of dupes of good cards is just so you can have different latents on them and not have to swap them out constantly.
Yep.
And like waste your latents. Yeah.
Like poverty.
Anyways, back on topic to Yusui.
And then the Evo's better because they're more a skill boost. And Dragon Killer.
She has the one thing is the killer is better. The one thing that's worse about the Evo is the Evo has a worse resist.
Yeah. Jammers
the base is blind, the Evo is jammer. The base's resist is better, but yeah, the Evo's awakenings outside of that single thing are better. But you would never use this card in late game. This card is not good.
Not even on Witcher?
The problem is like the dungeons where she's good, her active skill doesn't clear enough turns, and the dungeons where she's not good, it would.
Yeah.
That's the greatest tragic duality of this card. If they just took those VDPs off and gave her like a Super Tensi, Super Awakening, and like
Levitate.
Not even just give her Super Tensi, give her a second Super Tensi, and then she has that Levitate. With the Dragon Killer, she would hit the floors that are relevant hard enough, but they won't do that because this card's too easily accessible. Anyways, her equip.
But pretty good. There's not many water triple team HPs except for Kaiba equip and Yukine equip.
It's just the rest of it is just so bad though. Dude. Like the rest, it's water triple team HP, but it's so bad.
I mean, you get 99 turns of water.
Everything else about this is so sad.
It is, yeah. It's raining though. Raining water rooms forever.
I mean, yeah, that's true. There aren't that many water. Also, there are a lot of blue triple team HP equips.
Oh, is there? Whatever.
You're tripping. Fucking the blue Yukine is one of them, dude.
Yeah. And whatever.
Yukine is one of them. There, what is it? The Ryune's Tiara, blue Fagan Rise equip.
All right. Let's move on. I did not say anything.
And all of them are better than this.
Yeah.
So
B tier.
B tier. I guess.
Worse than Shiranaki because dupe value. Shiranaki's better.
Sucks, bro. I would put this card in like D. This card's ass.
He's a
Where are
good
you
cleric.
using this?
Like
legit, where are you using this?
You could use it on Aki if the dungeon isn't.
Where, bro?
As the cleric.
Aki, where?
Because Shark Fiend isn't a cleric. Because usually you need a cleric with the Shark Fiend and the healer.
Yeah, but why? Like, why would you use this?
Wait, could you use it on Muichiro? It's also VDP game.
No. No, it still doesn't do enough damage, even with the levitate. 2 VDPs and a 10C is not enough.
Where would you put it then?
Nowhere.
Yes. Thank you for thank you.
I'd put it on my Royal Oak team. And
no, I meant like on the tier list.
Oh yes.
C tier then.
Just give me a quick second.
All right. But anyways, tragedy. Tragic. Why doesn't it clear 10 turns? It's crazy. Aki and Denji better than this? Right, that one's also what Rick. Wait, hold up. What does Aki and Denji do? And let me just look at the Monster Exchange. This do be a cleric.
Sorry, I'm back.
Aki and Denji is better. C tier sounds right good.
We're overshooting that, bro. Like, I don't know where you're using this for real.
It's a
the only benefit it has is that it's a very low cooldown. But again,
that's it. That's why
dungeons where that would be relevant is just this card's not playable. Like,
it could be playable in some like quest level 15s if they're not heavy Wogan mines.
Which one, dude? There's none of them.
The ones in the future. Copium.
Oh, we're in the future, are we?
Yeah, but it's
I also would like to point out to you, this card has very high attack, but it has fucking no HP. Yeah, literally, Kaiba literally beat me to it by 2 seconds. This card's HP is dog water.
Damn, that's crazy.
It has like absurdly high attack, but its HP is terrible.
All right, I think it's worse than Faraku then. Are we good?
It's worse than the blue girl too. I'd rather.
Oh, I don't think. I think Shark's
I'd
worse.
rather have the blue girl's equipped than like the shark. I'd rather have I'd rather have its equipped than any form of Yusui. It's better than the green dude. It could stay out of D if you want, but it's better than the green dude. But it's worse than the blue girl beside it.
Very well. Very well. I agree because I haven't used it in like outside of Mystics.
There's nowhere you would use this.
Yeah. What's next?
Oki. O-U-K-I.
I pulled up Oki in the unnamed bot, and then it pulled up Wang Yi. It's crazy.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
All right. Isn't too bad. It's a 1-turn cooldown, so Crusader, but like you're forced to use Unbindable.
There was a time where this card was unironically good when you didn't really have a consistent way to get rid of locked orbs, and you could just use this to unlock your board and create the fire.
Yep. 1 fire orb, truly a difference. Why is it not buffed to 3 fire orbs? This card is doomed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, would it even be good if it made 3? Oh, dude, if it made 3, Shauna would be abusing this, you know?
Yep. Yucky. Leader skills.
Yeah, literally what Tenji said. This card was good on like the first run of this machine.
Yeah, first run.
That was like the only time this card was ever playable.
Yep.
They have never given this card enough buffs on any of the reruns for it to be playable at any point after that.
Yep. Let's look at
this card. If I'm not wrong, this card has had this 1-turn cooldown like forever.
Forever, yeah. Evo's slightly better because slightly more damage.
It also has better killers.
Better killers. That's what I mean.
It's also double SBR, which is not completely
irrelevant. It's not bad.
I've used the Evo for farming.
Yeah, that's just really bad.
Because sometimes you want that unlock and your team can't make it, but like the extra button is long.
Yep.
Especially because it has to do the spike, and then it has to do the unlock animation, and then it has to create the orb. It's not fast. But if you just want to press buttons, it's fine.
Equip. They give it a VDP, which isn't bad, and debuff the OEs, but why is the blind still 40%? Where is the full blind resist? I'm being trolled.
Yeah, you can. Well, the one nice thing about this card is you can put. Oh, we're talking about the equip now.
Yeah, equip.
Yeah, the equip is kind of jank, but the Oki, like the second form, the red dark one,
Yeah.
is kind of okay too, because it's on color for Shiva Dragon,
but it doesn't do
and
anything.
with the third 10C, well, Shiva Dragon can't unlock after you use the
That's
third
true.
one.
That is true.
So this can like be your unlock, so you can just tap Shiva Dragon every turn.
Yeah, but like where?
Now, granted, you're like forfeiting a team slot to that, so it's like not.
It's
good,
really unplayable.
I have done it in the past to farm things.
In the past.
It's not completely
nowadays we have
unusable.
better shit.
Yeah, oh, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Nowadays you would just time the actives, so you never have to press that button. But
equip is jank as you said, but
it's jank. This equip is not that.
It is
good.
unbindable VDP.
There are better VDP equips with OE than
D tier better than Snake.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree.
All right. What's the next one?
Kukan.
You talk about it for 1 second. You get some. Kukan.
Kukan.
I can't search it.
My OG Nautilus Shield experience right here. They gave him a break now. There's your Kukan buff. Very epic. He's got a break now. It used to be you would need Kukan's shield to like tank preemptives in
what, Nautico ASR2? What would we?
Yeah, it was ASR2 Nautico, right?
What are you
Kukan
coping?
Active to tank a hit.
No, thank you.
This shit is like completely irrelevant. The base form was never good. The only good form is the Evo.
Triple cap does not make a difference because it cannot.
And the reason that Kukan's good in the Evo now in any capacity is because he
skill boost.
Has
8 skill boosts. Let's go.
Yeah, he's got 8 skill boosts.
And full blind.
He's still completely playable in the dungeon he was before because he's got Devil Killers, so he's still playable in SR2.
That's crazy. Full blind is also good, but it avoids enemies' defense. Too bad, like everything has status shield.
It's an enhance all orbs, which isn't completely irrelevant anymore, but there are just better cards to be using for shields.
Like
you don't really care about the big shield anymore. You care more about a lead that's tanky enough to get by with a shield loop rather than one big shield to tank hits.
Oops. It's gone. All right, let's look at the equip. I'll just put it in my box. Kukan equip.
Fair enough. The equip is all right. It's
I cannot spell.
With some OEs and unbind.
Oh no, pretty nice. Damn, they're trolling. I thought it was what's a team HP? It's just regular HP.
It's regular. If it had 2 team HPs, it would actually be pretty solid.
Pretty nice.
I mean, it's not completely unusable. Like that's full green OE. So like
Healer Killer is also for AUN3, the Wang Shou. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty good. I'd say A tier. Overall, it's pretty solid.
Overall, it's playable. Probably A tier, like low A tier maybe.
Yeah, low A tier sounds good.
To be fair, there are only like a few cards in the game that actually are like unbindable with a heal killer.
Yep. What's next?
Next is Mukatsu.
Yes, my favorite. Skullman.
Card that I've had many of for a long time and have never used.
So last run, this card is F tier because usable from Battle 5. You know how hard Battle 5 is with this horrid active leader skill? It's so bad. It's terra bad. But now it's for 3, which is amazing buff. Alright, so base form. 2 SPs, it's not bad. And L's, that really does nothing because you're not doing any damage with this. Leader skill on the base form this actually matters because you're stuck with it for the first 2 battles.
This card is, I just want to interrupt. This card is so funny because it has the opposite issue of all of the other leaders that we're getting now, where they're all like 32 turn transform base.
Yep.
This guy's the opposite. You gotta find an equip that won't overcharge before he can transform.
No, you can run a haste on. Literally run a haste on him or run a spinner thing. Because you need you need to generate orbs. So there's like 2 ways to do it. One is to put an equip on it. The best equip right now is like a 7-dra equip, the Remdra 7. Yeah. That has 2 17s and Drangule, and it does a spinner for like 7 turns. And that's how you get your Dark and Fire. Or the other option is to run Mikage or another spinner loop and just pull it out manually.
Yeah, do it up that way.
Oh, you can
it's
also
put... funny because him having such a low cooldown on a transform card means you can swap him in.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. So you can like XP swap or 7x6 swap, which is crazy because you don't want leader swap lane on it because it is your generator. You probably want SDRs on it.
Yes, sir.
But
This card
anyways,
is also like hilariously tanky post transform.
oh yeah, but this card is gated by how hard the first two floors are. Because like if the floor 1 and floor 2 is just like unbeatable with this lead, and then it's not, the dungeon isn't playable.
Yeah, if you can't, yeah, it's 25x HP. If you can't tank the hits on the first couple of floors, then it's just not good.
And it's probably damage, but Evo was amazing. It used to be like no damage cap break. Now it's 5 billion. You know how much damage increase that is?
Yeah,
That's like that's
it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's 15 bill. Yeah, it's really strong.
And it's the leader skill's 50x too. That's crazy. And 3x
he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Oh yeah, this board overrides, so even if Yang Buffet comes, it just overrides everything with 5 of each.
It's another nice one too, because he just pairs fine with himself, because he's +4 combo and a Fua. He does everything you need him to without needing to switch to a different pair.
Yep. Unfortunately, you can't like manually VDP with him unless you have a spinner loop, because it just it's completely overrides the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So usually people run like Barbados, but we don't have
actives,
that.
Yeah.
You can run like Your Forger or like Base Dire. No, Red Dark Dire, the horrible one with no skill boost. Yeah, you can probably get around it nowadays, because when I was on floor 5, man, you were coping. It was unplayable. Leader skill.
The equip is the leader skill is fucking nuts on this card.
It is nuts.
This card is so tanky.
It's
got an insanely high RCV multi to compensate for that.
Bro, you know super altitude, the thing in Call of Vibe? This man doesn't even need to breathe. He's already that high. That's crazy. Alright, equip.
Yeah.
Equip's pretty good. It's blind. L. Sure, it's whatever. Like, a 4-turn cooldown.
L on equip is just not.
It's not
like
really
real anymore. But
the active is nice.
This thing also doesn't have team HP, which is kind of the mark of an equip that you actually want to use now.
Yeah, like
unless it's offering something serious like a 10C with like a resist.
Like you don't need team RCB.
I will give it to this card, and I mean this is not entirely relevant. It is one of only 3 cards in NA that has an L and a full blind on it.
But like that's not really necessary.
It's not real. Shusuke equip article specifically from tennis is one of the other ones.
Unplayable.
Yeah, it's fine.
Terra's
Crystal is the other one. The rest of them are like Marble equips and then Demon Slayer.
And the active is short enough. It's a good like Fujin thing, but like it does make poison, which is really not good.
It does make poison, but I mean it's funny that his equip would kind of be good for his own team.
It's not, because Team RCB. He does not need Team RCB. He heals perfectly good, so.
That is true.
This is like at least S tier, but I haven't played with him much to advocate for SS, so I'm just gonna put him S tier.
Yeah, that's fair. I also have like I've had this guy for a long time, and because he was so bad for so long, I never really had a reason to be using him. So, next is Iori.
Iori, where's? Oh yes, the thing that's useless. Oh yes, useless thing number 1.
Nah, this card is not useless, bro. This card's good.
No, this card is useless. I have 2. I haven't touched it in ever. All right, 1-turn skill charge. Gross. 4 effective SP. Trash. Aggregate spinner. So you can cope the aggregate.
Let me give you the spicy information, my guy. Let me tell you something you're gonna love to hear.
Yes,
damn. If we ever get Captain Marvel and our awesome Angel Devil from the last machine, you know what? This card is fine with Captain Marvel if you don't want to use Angel Devil. This is your replacement.
Militia? Gross.
Yeah.
No, this is horrible.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
No, this card is alright.
Sure, but like, where are you using it beside Captain Marvel?
Aggregate. It's fine for your aggregate team.
No, it's not, because aggregate is getting buffed and it makes it useless. Aggregates already does the spinner.
We're not going to see that buff for a couple months.
And this doesn't make the board that aggregate needs, so like why wouldn't you just run another aggregate? Like you're just pulling out the orbs anyway, so this is not good on aggregate. See, well, the Kybergers.
That's fair. I mean, this gives you a lot of move time. It's a move time system, which aggregate does kind of need.
No, aggregate gets that buff when it's here.
I mean, if you're using, but it doesn't have its buff yet.
It doesn't have it now, but like,
out on that.
And it's the future. Just don't play aggregate.
This card is playable for aggregate.
Yeah, what's up, Kenster? All right, let's look at the
Zamura's seal is.
I mean, it's not the leader skill isn't that bad, but like, nah.
It's a 3. Yeah, it's not really.
And no shield is nah.
I want this card to be good. So.
3 turn A's and nothing special.
three turn haste with team HPs and again, L on an equip is just not real anymore.
Yeah, because you need L for assist void on your subs.
You need L for assist void. That's the only reason you would really be using it anymore. And if it's on your equip, then it gets removed, then it doesn't exist.
I would like to put this in F tier, but realistically, that's not true.
The only reason you get this card's probably like B tier, like probably
C
around
tier.
below where Shiranaki is.
No, this is C.
I would rather have her than the raccoon.
You're
putting her a C tier, at least put her at the top.
Yeah, top of C tier. No, she's so bad, man. Like,
no, this card is fine.
It's playable.
It's a move time spinner loop. There's places it can be used.
Yeah, it can be used. Top of C, yeah. What's next?
Next is Mashiro, the horse.
Horse. The one that was used until it was never good again.
Yes.
All right, base form, 2-turn and halves. Halves damage. No more haste still. That's not good. All right. Evo, 1 turn cooldown. 1 turn cooldown, self nuke and a full board. You know what? This is great for All Might back in the day, but I didn't get one, so.
I did, but.
Also good for those like Descendants, like Odin Dragon. No, like Raw Dragon, where you needed to like use a skill every turn. This is your skill and your board. But like nowadays, there's like isn't it this Ultraman card that does like the exact same thing but better?
Pretty much.
Yeah, I forgot about it, but leader skill.
Like whatever. The leader skill's not good.
They didn't buff enough. But... It just did not get a buff, I believe. If it did, it was like too minimal because there's nothing good about this card. Except for the
slight attack buff, right? I don't think it's anything else. Like
it's still not playable. So let's look at the equip.
The equip is that's a double SB or double SBR.
Double SBR finger. Oh, the equip is the active is good because it's short and it's a shield and a void pierce. This is like the best part of this.
Yeah, this equip is
pretty good.
Pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
B tier above Shiranaki, or maybe below it. What do you think?
Why are some gray with still attribute? How does that work?
The
cards that are like gray with an attribute in the bottom right, they don't have a primary attribute. They only use their sub attribute. Also, for this card's equip, it is worth mentioning this is the only equip that we have in NA that is double SBR with a 4-color.
So it's not really good.
It's not like entirely relevant, but the only other equip in the game that has that is what's his name? The dude from Gundam, Barbados, that we didn't get that works with Mashiro is the only other card in the game that has that specific set of awakenings, and it has a team HP on top of that, which is fine.
How would that be helpful?
How would that be helpful?
Except like you can run triple cap on it. That's what the only requirement.
Yeah, so there's a 3x latent in the game. Rather than the double cap, you can have a triple cap latent on your cards that don't have a primary attribute.
You know, like Gojo. Triple cap Gojo, 6 billion. And that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
It somewhat slightly compensates for their lack of having the ability to hit like 8 billion total with 2 attributes.
The other benefit is you can skill up with any color P because there is no main attribute to select for.
There is that too.
And every equip gives it stat transfer because there's no base attribute.
Correct.
Alright, B tier? Above or below Shiranaki? What do you think?
Probably above.
The equipment is
maybe below. They're pretty close, I'd say.
They're pretty close. Leave it below. Because Shiranaki's dupe value is better.
Yeah, that's true. You leave them the same. I feel like Mashiro has dupe value, but it's like very diminishing returns after the second one, I think.
What's next?
Next is
Kukan?
No,
Kugan?
6 stars.
Is Kukan
Kugane is the next one.
Okay. Alright, this guy was never played. Let's see if he's any good now.
He was good, dude. His equip was fucking nuts.
Oh, his equip, not the.
His equip was insane. I chased him so hard on the first run.
Yeah, the equip was great. No, not the base one. The base one was like literally unplayable.
This guy,
triple haste, blind.
The mystic of tax fraud.
Yeah, it's tax fraud. The IRS, the PAD's IRS. All right. Changes dark to water and light to heal with an unlock. That's not bad. It's like.
And he's a 5x spike for himself. So
Royal
he's full blind too. He's like, all right. I mean, I don't really think Royal Oak gives a shit about this card.
Because it's definitely not like Crispin Manoa to Nautilus. So.
Yeah. The Widow skill is
it's
actually
playable.
a fairly high HP multi. Yeah,
It's playable. Yeah,
it's a no RCV type beat though, but
check W. It's
so
still made.
equip
I
number
don't see myself using
equip
it.
number 1 is the reason everyone wanted this
A good
in the
equip,
first
yes.
place.
SP VDP 3 turn haste.
And
a full clear.
I didn't really give this like.
But like, can they buff the
I
OE?
mean, it was good before. It's still good now, but
it's okay now. Cause, whatever.
its specific combination of awakenings are like
it's meh.
Not super relevant. If not for that active skill, this would be pretty bad. But the active skill kind of saves it.
Kikoboshi is just better if you don't need a VDP.
Yeah, and then his new equip is.
It's not new, really new, because it was just like here last.
It's not really new, but it's just his newer equip is not.
This is worse. Kind of.
It is worse than the previous one, yeah. Dude, this is one of those like how the mighty have fallen type things.
It wasn't even mighty in the first place. Like
the equip was mighty, dude. There was like no team that was not using Fucha's seal for something in like the era in which this card came out.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
I don't even know. Right? Like bottom B or top of C? What do you think? Top of C.
Probably. This card came out in September of 2021, by the way.
All right. Is this all for the 6 sensors or hold up?
No. Yura is the last one.
Yura. All right. Let's look at Yura. Yura balls. Got him.
True.
All right. This is the one that people voted for in the VZGF. I'm like, huh?
Heck W.
Huh? Oh, you guys are crazy. You're not voting Yumi?
I mean,
Makosa? That's
this
crazy.
active skill is fine, bro. This card gets used an okay amount.
Literally just damage and Orb Enhance. That's good, but like.
I mean, the Orb Enhance on a 2-turn cooldown is not irrelevant. It is actually a real thing.
But like, it doesn't do as much utility as I want it to, which is. It's okay. It's
a really low cooldown. It's a really low cooldown. It's 1 turn off of being able to just hold a system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
it's okay. You play it with Sena, the leader skill. That's still not a bad pairing, but it's not gonna be relevant soon enough.
Her equip is absolutely dog water though.
I picked the Rainbow Fireball. It's great.
Her equip is dog water.
Yes.
Yeah, Yura actually does do like real damage in super gravity dungeons.
Oh yeah, she is levitate. Not irrelevant.
And the cooldown on her, like her active skill itself, like is not that much utility, but you can usually fill most of the requirements of a dungeon with a couple of cards. Yeah. The only downside to her is that her HP and like base attack are not very high.
Yeah. Good damage. Not much good utility, so. It's whatever.
She's not like amazing. She's probably like B tier.
Yeah, equip. It's okay, I guess. The active is kind of. I mean, if you ever need a really long spike, then sure, but like otherwise, it's not playable.
If you were trying to get through like the first few floors of a dungeon, like this, honest to God, this equip would probably be okay for Mukotsu.
Yeah.
Because you could use this and then like spike yourself through the first couple of floors for some kills.
Oh no, that's true.
And then transform them when this is gone. And it gives you some move time, which is like okay.
Yeah.
I know we shit on
skill
move time
issue
because it's technically a dead awakening, because you should just be good enough to play with your base move time. But I mean, more move time never hurts.
All right.
As far as tiering for this card,
A tier.
I think it's like, but yeah, you can put it in A.
Yeah. Look, probably below Kugon, or maybe above. What do you think?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's in the range of Kugon. Could be better. Could be worse.
Yeah, put it as better. Why not? It's playable. It's playable. It's somewhat relevant. What's the next card?
Mikage.
Yes, my favorite, but no buff. Tragic.
Yeah, why didn't they buff her, man?
Is it a her or a him? I have no idea.
Who cares? But again, she could have been good, man. Like,
for SB, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
This is still good, but it's lacking like some damage. Like if they put like a 10C instead of a 7C or something, I don't know. It does have good killers though, so it's probably gonna like 1.2 or 1.3. I forgot, but it's still gonna like hit that number against like pretty much any spawn in the end game.
Yeah.
But the sub attribute and the third attribute, that is not doing shit. That is not enough damage.
Yeah. It feels kind of bad, man.
Yeah, you really need like Kyoi's equip or what's her name? Goodnight Hello Kitty's equip, which I don't have.
Yeah.
Very sad. But
Very
the leadership still pretty great
fine.
if they would remove the 3+ dark combo and change it to 2. It's like you do not want to be pulling out 3 dark combos and a VDP on a 5x4 board with 25 minutes cooldown on title challenge. Literally, like,
Yeah, hell on earth.
yikes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like really good lead because it's 78 and it does good damage, but it's not playable in title challenges because it's too slow, way too slow.
Yup.
It's still a solid lead. You're gonna clear like low and slow, like
She can clear most stuff. She's like the, what is it, Rafine Kitty and regular Rafine and
Raffine's Kitty's better because it's
Makima
rainbow
and all that shit. Yeah, it's better because it's rainbow and it has guard break, but it can do the stuff that it can. It's just very slow. You'll clear most things, but you're gonna be there all fucking day trying to do it. So.
Yep. Ultivo, let's look at that before the equip. This is just bad, and then they buffed this form for some reason,
like,
did they?
Hey, listen, you shut your fucking mouth, alright? I used this on a green Ina team, alright?
And green Ina is fucking bad.
She was goated on that team for, what did I, fuck it, UN2?
Right,
I
tragic.
think I used it for? No.
UN3, wasn't it? Or AU?
No, AMD3. AMD3.
The hell?
Yeah. Or was it? Yeah, it was AMD3 because I used a bunch of like Mystic Dragon Knights, the like 3-star farmable.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was a little unleashed on that one. No, it was AMD2 because it's whatever dungeon is the one that buffs 6-star or lowers.
That's
so
crazy.
It might have been AMD2. Yeah, it was AMD2. But yeah, that was
stupid.
Uh-huh.
It is a spinner loop, but like, why?
I don't know.
Why?
Specifically, hey, listen, man. 1 TPA of green. Think about how many unmatches you'll clear, bro.
And then the monster so happens to unmatch green, and you can't unclear with your green.
Yeah, and then you just
fucking die. Yeah. Tragedy. Should have been green dark at least or something.
Yeah, I mean you could also just make it green dark, but
leader skill is no autofu and no shield. Yikes.
Big win.
Not a good one.
+4 combos though, man.
Ew. Equip now. Equip is kind of nice. Machine and attacker killer. So
double killer skill boost with some
1 team
OEs
HP.
And team HP.
And
Man,
obviously,
if they just drop that fucking random attack for a 2nd team HP, this equip would be
really good. But...
or even like the full dark OE, this equip would be really good.
Active is kind of good. It is a delay and a full cleric, so.
And a full cleric, yeah. Well, it's just the active is just a worse version of Tendra.
Top of A tier.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next, what is next?
Next is Izuna.
Damn, I thought it was Ryume.
No, Ryume will be after. No, you're right. It is Ryume. Sorry.
You're trolling. All right, Ryume. Base form is like, is it still unplayable?
Yeah. They've done a lot to make it more playable than it used to be, but yeah, it is still.
Levitate, sure. 4 combos, play 3 of each. Still unplayable. Nope.
Yeah.
Bad Royal Oak, different colors.
3 of each with my L leader. Epic. Very epic GungHo. Thank you.
Thank you. No autofill either.
Couldn't even make it 5. We couldn't even make it a little better.
But you know what is good? The red form. Damn, this goes crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of team HP, bro.
Yep.
And this thing has really high HP to begin with.
The poor man's Patty back in the day, but now it might be better than Patty in some cases.
I think it actually, well, it's better than Patty if you don't need the 2 turns of Fujin. That's like the one time.
Pretty much. And you can also put
lower cooldown.
You can put Cloud Tape Lane on it if you make heals like New Year Feral or Shauna too. Shauna too potentially, but
Shauna can use this card. I have used it before. This can be your replacement for oh my lord, what is the name of the Fujin? Erica? Is that her name? Or Gilgamesh Kur? If you want to use
one of those.
Yeah. And again, it just comes down to if you need the 2 turns of Fujin or not, and if you care if the card in this slot is dealing damage, because this card's dealing 0 fucking damage, but
It's healing damage.
it doesn't even, the weird
No, it
part is
doesn't
it
heal.
doesn't even have that much RCV. That's the main problem, that it's not good for Shana.
Yeah.
Because you're always crying about the RCV. Well, this is the reason you would cry about it, because you have a card like this, which is giving you a shit ton of HP, but you have no RCV.
Leader skill, meh, whatever.
Oh, the leader skill's a 19.3.
Yeah, it's not bad, but like,
it has an auto fua, but you wouldn't really.
I mean, you can pair it with Shauna. It'd be funny.
You can pair this with Shauna. It does work. It's way worse than Clive, way worse than Joshua. You can do it.
But this is Pog. A Devil Killer isn't as prevalent as Dragon Killer. That's why this isn't as good as Saint is good.
This equip used to be fucking crazy. When ASR2 was real, this equip was fucking nuts. There was not a single team in the game that wasn't using this card.
I put this on Saitama on both sides.
And again, this equip is worth having just because even though right now there's no dragon meta, or no devil meta, there could be. There's nothing stopping them from throwing a dungeon that has a bunch of dragon or devil spawns in it. So,
I mean, AUN4, that's a devil.
Yeah, AUN4 does have a lot of devils. I've used this card in AUN4, and I've used it for UN5. It's pretty good on Aki teams. It's playable.
Estion, because Red Thornman equip.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's worse than Bukatsu, but it is good.
Yeah, it's worse than Bukatsu.
Bukatsu's good on his own merits for his own team. Ryume is just kind of, well, there might be a world where Ryume is better, because Bukatsu is just kind of good for his own thing. Ryume is good for a lot of other things. Like, he isn't really that good for his own team, but he is good on a lot of other very strong leaders.
I like Mukotsu better, so.
Where there's really no dungeon where Mukotsu is good, or no team where Mukotsu is good unless it's his own team.
Poison meta. We're bringing back the poison.
We're bringing it back. I mean, we had aggregate. It kind of poison meta never really went away, did it?
All right.
Now bring me back my jammer meta so I can play Fenrir.
Fenrir, let's go.
That card is fucking turbo pog. Now Izuna. Yeah.
All right. 2 turn haste. Whatever.
The base form of this card is, I was saying earlier about how Yusui is sort of passable because her cooldown's really low and she's a cleric. I mean, this card fills the same void, except for it's a VDP on top of that, which is actually, like, really good.
Cleric and VDP is quite good, but...
this card does have a little bit of, like, wasted damage, because it's Levitate with only 3 10Cs in a Super TPA. Why that second one couldn't be a Super 10, I don't know, but...
Good question. You know why this card is bad? It's green. That's it. It's green.
This card is playable for green, like the Lisette from Relic.
Yeah, like
system.
people has that, and Ginny.
I mean,
I'm not rolling 2 Ginnies.
I mean, that team is just not really relevant anymore. It was good for 1 dungeon, and that was it. And that dungeon is not entirely farming.
It's still a brick system. It's whatever.
It's still a brick system, yeah. I mean, this card is playable for a team that is kind of good, but yeah, there's other cards.
I mean, good on like Billy or whatever you're saying. Green.
Just answer me this question. This or Odin Dragon. That's it's the same cooldown. The only difference is Odin Dragon doesn't do anything else besides be a cleric.
I mean, you're not really comparable because Odin Dragon is free.
Odin Dragon has like way more utility than this card. No, that's what I'm saying. Odin Dragon is free, and this card is like Turbo Whale. Like, let's be honest. This card is Whale.
This is Cleric plus Void Pierce. There's only like Elio and Yami Merrick, so.
Yeah, it's a very rare combination. It's also a very low cooldown for that combination. Like most of the other ones are like 6 or 7 turns, something like
Merrick
that.
is 6, Elio is 3.
Oh, okay. So Elio's like better, but
Elio doesn't unmatch.
Listen, this does have a full resist, and it does damage. Like, it's not an irrelevant amount of damage.
Hyper says worse Atelier. I agree.
Actually true. Yeah, actually true. The leader skill is Dog Water, by the way. So no.
Not 2 Dog Water, but HP where?
16x. It's a 16x.
HP, bro. Like Atelier. HP where?
Yeah, true. And then you got Weasel Seal or Weasel Seal. Why did I read like?
Not bad.
Holy. Basic card attacker. Attacker triple team HP. Is there any other that does this in the game?
I think there was. There might be one.
I can check. Next card is Toka or whatever her name is.
Oh, we should rate this first. But solid.
Yeah, you're right.
Solid. Bottom of A or top of B. What do you think?
She's probably like bottom of A, I'd say.
Yeah.
There are 3 cards in the game that do this. You're gonna love it when I tell you what one of these 3 cards is, by the way.
What are they?
So one of them is the Soul Solid, which is a One-Piece card. But the other one is Yada from Final Fantasy. Played myself again. I can't keep getting away with this.
Imagine underrating Yada, an homage, a red homage.
Every time I think about the cards that I've underrated in the past, this one comes back to haunt me every time.
It shouldn't, because it's Final Fantasy, and that collab is trash, but get wrecked.
Yeah. So this card is fine. I mean, it's literally worse than Yada. Like this equip is literally worse than Yada.
Yeah.
The only difference is this is a 2-turn haste, where Yada was not. But Yada has 2 more OEs and a skill boost. So.
All right, this should be good. What's that? Toka?
Next is Toka. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Collab win.
Oh, true.
All right, base form. Did they not buff it at all?
They did, didn't they? I can't remember what it was before. I think its cooldown is different now, right?
No, it's always been 2. Unless the first time. First time was 3. Now it's been 2.
Did it always self-spike?
Yes, it did. It's still a perfect board, but like.
What did did they? I think they added that skill haste to the base form. Is that the buff?
Skill haste?
Oh, they gave her a super L. That's the buff. They gave her a super L instead of a regular L.
Wow.
Thank you, GungHo.
Wow.
Thank you.
This system, which unlocks, definitely needs an L.
Hey, man. You know what? It means you can use this card for your assist void clears. There you go.
Why?
I mean, you know what? It's not bad. Like, realistically, it makes you enough.
It's a perfect board. It's a perfect board. So.
Yeah, it makes you a perfect board, and it makes you enough of each color to be able to make both L's, so you could clear 4 turns with it, theoretically.
You know what's better? Dio Brando. Also perfect board.
You know what's better? Like 50 other cards.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Leo Shield,
this
trash.
card also really does not do damage, and it is bindable, which is a massive tragedy. 16x leader skill still. What are we doing on that one, GungHo? XD.
It's like they buffed Mystics and they forgot half the cards existed. That's crazy.
This card is legit just worse LJ Kitty, by the way. Like
literally,
it doesn't even have guard break.
It doesn't even have Void Pierce.
It doesn't even have the Void Pierce is whatever. It doesn't even have guard break. Like if it had guard break, this might unironically be playable, but it doesn't. So
it doesn't have. It shouldn't, because the board doesn't make a full rainbow.
Yeah, there's no reason to use it. Like it's just not good.
Now, the Evo form is somewhat passable only because Mukotsu exists, and you need some sort of damage.
That's correct.
Yeah, you can see this on like a lot of Mukotsu teams because it's good for damage, early game damage, but pre-transfer.
Well, it also gives you an RCV spike, which
you don't need it.
Mukotsu has very high RCV to begin with. It's like 16x RCV or something.
And you have an L assist void, so.
Yeah, and I mean having more RCV never hurts, and yeah, she can clear L or she can clear voids, which is cool, and she can with Super Awaken have.
Skill boost,
full jammer, which is kind of cool, and four skill boosts. Yeah. The only problem with her is her base stats are awful. Like she's like terrible base attack. Her HP is like above average, but not really that good, and her RCV is not that good.
Hey, good quip. Not bad, but no one's ever used it.
It's a god killer. It's a god killer. If there's a dungeon where you need a 3-turn delay, and hey, listen, it's a 3-turn delay with 4 turns of VDP on it, so.
Guess it's good if you're.
If we just took this random boost attack off and put another team HP on here, this card might be good.
Yeah.
Or just gave it like full green OE. This card might actually be good.
Also A tier. Maybe not.
I don't know where I would use her.
Mukotsu. Literally it. That's it.
Yeah, it might be it. But like, Mukotsu's not that good.
I put it above Kugon.
I'm gonna be honest. I think we're overrating Mukotsu, but.
Nah, I like Mukotsu. He can clear you in 5 and all the dungeons.
That's fair.
Copium. I haven't ran him much, by the way, but he's good.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm gonna test him when we're done here, but yeah.
What do you think? Above Kugon?
I would put her in. Yeah, probably like above Kugon or Kugon. Yeah.
All right. Next is.
Next is.
Zaina?
Yukine.
Oh, Yukine. Ah, yes. It's her. Literally her. Literally her. This is Karendra Plus. Karendra 2.0. For what's her name? Grenerve and Kurtobi.
Yeah.
2 turn haste, 5 SB. And then, so this is good because Void Pierce, Time, and Spinner.
Yep.
And Cloud Tape on the sub. That's super good for AU3 because AU3 they take away your assist before Cloud Tape.
They take away your shit and then they try to hit you with those. Yeah.
Her buff is a single 10C. And I'm like, huh? And like Ataku, but like, huh? Sure. It's not like it needed it.
Card was fine before the buff. It's still good after.
It's the buff. Literally the same. Matter. Might as well be the same.
The only this card goes in S, and the only reason that it belongs in S is because of Kuritobi. There's like no other reason you would use this card presently than Kuritobi.
Grenerve, but Copium.
Well, I mean, Grenerve is part of the Kuritobi, unless you're pairing it with the dude from Dengeki or something. But
yeah, Tatsuya.
Yeah.
Right, not leader skill. It's okay. It's passable. Now the equip is where we're pogging.
Fine. Yeah. Her equip is so.
It's blue
nasty.
homage. Blue homage. Let's go.
It is blue homage with a better active skill. Like.
Yep.
Technically a better active skill. They're kind of equal.
Yeah.
One is a guaranteed turn of delay, and one of them is 3 turns of potentially a delay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really good overall. I was thinking SS, but probably not. This is like regular S tier.
No, it's probably just regular S tier. It's probably it might be above Makotsu, but
no, I think it's not as good as Makotsu.
No, I would rather have this than Makotsu. 1,200 stones deep. I would rather have this than Makotsu.
That's you're just coping, but yeah, her dupe value is better.
Makotsu, listen, K. Makotsu is not like a triple S tier lead like Kuritobi is. Kuritobi is like probably still one of the best leads, and it might be like, if not the best, it's top 3 easily. And
right now it is the best.
Makotsu is like, it's good, but it's not triple S tier. Like, it's not game breaking.
It's like 1 or 2 tiers below Kuritobi. Like, I've actually played it after you fully transform it pre-buff,
and again,
and it goes crazy.
I know that there's not that many dungeons that are other teams besides Kuritobi and Grenerve stuff that you would use her for, but the fact that Makotsu is only good for his own team just means he should not be above Yukine.
Yeah, his relevance isn't good.
Yep. There's almost a world you could put her in SS tier, just because her equip is also extremely good. But
yeah, it's almost SS tier.
Next is Sena.
Like the problem is Kuritobi was released a while ago, so he'll probably be like Muichiro's coming, and Neferpito.
We'll play Muichiro when we get Muichiro, but I mean Kuritobi is not a collab card. Kuritobi is from a GungHo owned license.
Their next DBDC, they're not even gonna buff Kuritobi that hard because he's too good.
So a buff is a buff, man. If he's already that good, a buff's a buff. Like
next is Sena.
Next is Sena, yeah.
Now this card is. All right, base form isn't
slightly differing opinions on this card. I think.
Yeah, we have different opinions. So. Base form is
the base card is.
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's okay.
It's a playable leader in 2024. I mean, it doesn't have auto fuo, which means you got to pair it with something else.
Yeah.
It does like acceptable amounts of damage if you make a VDP. Its active skill. I'll be honest. Its active skill is pretty fucking loaded. Like it's a move time. It spikes it to an amount where it's gonna cap on main and sub. Makes you the board you need. The problem is it doesn't break its own damage cap,
which is sad.
Which sucks. And her leader skill is like not that good. Like it's good enough for like UN2. Anything
UN3.
After that is
UN3.
kind of
no, I can do
maybe run around UN3. Anything like past that, you're really pushing it.
Yeah, you're really coping.
Yeah.
But the best form.
Evo.
But the best forms is beyond that. First up, Blue Evo. 15 million button. This goes crazy.
At, bro? Where my button
15 billion, bro.
It's all enemies. My God, GungHo's done it.
No ping, enemies. No extra ping. 15 million button. This is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Probably one of the best Varroa Kitty equips, because button go burr.
It do.
Yep. And it's brick too. So if you ever need to farm a blue brick, like. If you're using like machine, no, I just need to swipe a couple floors. You can just like button one of the floors with this.
That is correct. Yeah, they did kind of not really give Sena that much. It's like Kaiba said, they didn't really buff too much in this machine. It's pretty much the same as it was.
Very tragic because we're not getting this till like next year probably.
No, we see this machine like once every 6 months. We'll probably see this machine closer to like the end of the summer again.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, next. First
Next
equip
is
is where
Agao
ah,
Seal. This equip
this
is
is
so broken.
so good.
This equip is
So
broken.
good.
Remember how we were shitting on those other equips where they had like L and we were like, man, I wish this
Ew.
card had a second team HP. It would be good.
This is literally her.
Wow,
Literally
look
her.
at that. They did it to it. They gave it the second team HP and it's a good card.
Oh man, this is
It
so
also,
good. Literally.
It also just so happens that Dragon Killer is relevant in like every dungeon right now.
Because like
There's
UNs, all the UNs are dragon bosses.
All the UNs are dragon bosses. Usually they have a couple of other like hard-hitting, high defense floors where a Dragon Killer is relevant as well.
You know what makes this even better?
Yo, what?
Shark Boy, his equip is Paimon, but without red. Here's your red.
Here's your red.
Yep. And Dragon Killer SB is like, literally like the equip you put when you have no idea what to put on a UN team.
Yep. I don't think there's very many AUN4 teams I've used where this equip was not part of the team somewhere.
Yeah. You want like 3 of these. Like
I don't think you want 3
Metal
of them.
Antares? Metal Antares?
Kind of overkill. They made Metal Antares, but you're not really using that for endgame right now. That's more of like a colo farming extra slot type of thing.
Something like that.
But I mean that's not irrelevant. I'll give you that. It's not irrelevant. You run out of them pretty quick these days. But...
the active isn't good if it's like hasted up on your leader, but it shouldn't be that bad.
No, but if you don't skill it up, like 12 turns is long enough that you can play around it.
No, I mean like the mechanic where they haste you up.
Oh yeah. It sucks to have on your lead, but I mean,
it's whatever.
It's not like
still pretty good.
You can time it out that even if you get hit by that, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, this equip is really good.
This one is also busted.
The other equip is also pretty good. It's 2
unbindable
resists and a killer and an unbind.
Devil tape to blind resist. That is like holy.
Okay, this one, the active skill is a problem. This one, the active skill is a real problem. Like the cooldown is very low, so this has to go on a card that you don't want overcharging, unless you specifically want it to overcharge, so you can use the shield. Then that's fine, but.
That is awakening.
You could just ignore that attack one and the 2 tacos and just pretend that it only has the 2 resists and the bind and the devil killer, and that this card is good enough.
Sure. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can only make 1. Was it or 1 or 2? I guess.
I think you can only make 1 because you can only get the drop from the story mode.
Yeah. And you should do the story mode before it expires.
You should go run the story mode for your 7 stones, your free 7 stones, and your material to make this, something like that.
Overall, this is like amazing dupe value, so I would say SS tier, but I think Darkrai disagrees.
I think it's S tier. I think you could say it's S tier, but I think the dupes are very diminishing value. Like
I'd be happy with like 4 buttons and 3 Dragon Killer equips and 1 of the story. Like even 2 regular Sainas also. I might use it once in like a lifetime.
I would not say that the regular Sena is good. I think you would be looking at the blue one and the first equip primarily. Yeah. This equip, maybe you'd make the 1 and just sit on it forever because you can't really undo it once it's done. But the first equip and the blue form are definitely very good. Now the blue form is good, like it's good for buttoning farming stuff, which is not irrelevant. Like that's definitely good. You know what? Okay, yeah, sure. You talked me into it. It can go into SF.
Yeah, I'm feeling SF. Yeah, because like you rarely have enough of this card. It's like
I feel like we might be overrating this one a little bit.
It doesn't matter if we over. It's better than underrating.
It's good enough, and the button on the blue form is so good that I'm willing to take the gamble on this one. Yeah. And you know what? This time we agree. So if I'm wrong, we go down together.
Yes. Down with the shit.
And the last card is Roko. Or whatever you want to say it.
Mikage, but the furry.
Furry Mikage. That is correct.
Yes. Yes, you can trade this for Mikage or other way around.
I have to say, by the way, this is like the most like disappointing card in this machine. Like this card could have been so cool, but it is so mid.
It's like so not playable.
So mid. This card is so mid, and that's like an overstatement.
I mean, it's assist void, looks good on paper, but the fact you have to time the shield. That's a too much microwing too much microwing for my small brain.
Yeah, it's also not a full rainbow, which means you don't get the
full
damage pierces. You don't get the armor breaks, which is really ass because that's super relevant right now.
You know what's better? Ropok, the raccoon or whatever the thing is with the full HPs. Literally,
Dog, how sad is that, bro? How sad is that?
Yep. Leader skills also, nope.
The leader skill is not good. The equip is also kind of. It is
No,
an
the equip
OE
is good.
with an SBR. The equip is an OE with like a heal OE with an SBR, which is a pretty uncommon pairing. Especially because it has unbind. So
and
it's a combination of awakenings that like just don't really exist anywhere else. And yeah, it is a shield, so it's fine. It's only 60%, but it is 2 turns of 60%, which is kind of okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like top of B tier. It's not unplayable. It's just
that's probably a pretty fair place, I'd say.
Because you can trade this for Mikage. that is the only saving grace.
That is true, yeah.
Oh, like other way around, Mikage like for this, do not do that.
This has to be like the worst $30 you could spend, by the way. Unless you really wanted a Mikage.
Like I think
I was gonna say that there's not that many SBR Hilo equips, but I was fucking wrong. There is a lot of them. Holy, there's like 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
No wrong. All right, that's a Mystic machine. Any tier adjustments you think? Or
there is only 2 that has his combination of Unbind, SBR, and a heal OE. Which the only other one is Minaka's CD.
I remember like needing this equip like once or twice when I was making set, but I forgot why. So it could be shown.
Every time I've needed to use him, I just use Minaka's CD instead. So
true.
Yeah.
Right. Any tier changes or?
No, this looks pretty fine.
Pretty solid. Okay, definitely don't roll. If you haven't rolled it, roll. If you just really want to chase the S tier and S above tier, do that. But do note that Demon Slayer is coming up, and that is like the best value.
New Year's, and honestly, I would say that New Year's is probably a better value.
I mean, you can trade for Wado too. I mean, that's like the only reason why I'm not going to go too hard.
Yeah, but there's other stuff in New Year's that's good too. Like there's a lot of very strong equips in that machine.
Yeah.
The only benefit to rolling this machine like a lot, we don't know. They don't tell us dates, but we do know that
it's coming somewhat soon.
It's coming, and we've gotten Demon Slayer before, and we've had Hunter x Hunter before. So we know we'll get them again. It's just a matter of when. We also technically should have our version of Marvel rerunning our GungHo and other story cards at some point. Yeah, no, I feel you on the Yukine one there, Drayton. I'm 1,200 stones deep and I don't have one, so I feel you, bro. But yeah, the only benefit to rolling this machine is they bring it around a lot and they give it a lot of small buffs like they did to this one. So they keep the cards pretty like up to date and like pretty usable with the meta stuff. So it's worth rolling a bit, especially if it's your first or only like your second time rolling it. If you've never like rolled a lot before, it's worth rolling it a little bit just because these cards. It's a 5 stones. It's got GFEs. This card is some of the stuff in here is like okay for now. Could be a lot better in the future.
Ooh, Rukamitsuki, also good. Shiny Betty. I need a Shiny Betty. I need one.
Don't care that the fucking cameo trio is not in here. Don't care.
Yuck. What else? Kali's all
in here. Cameo trio, bro. The blue.
Why are there Pantheons featured? Like, right, they got buffed.
Cameo trio equip is so.
Yo, that is so good. I need one too.
For Muichiro equips or for
Samurai 3.
Like.
So Shotel, Tona Gamers.
Hey yo, real question, dog. Where's my Antares in this machine?
It's in the chainsaw machine. If you roll a golden chainsaw man, you won. Never mind.
Cameo trio do get buffed.
You don't win.
They got buffed in JP. The blue cameo trio equip is so broken.
Yes,
it's actually so far beyond OP.
Quite good. But between Chainsaw Man and Mystics Spectres, what do you think is better worth for your stones? My answer is Demon Slayer.
My answer is fucking neat. Oh, between what was the
between these two
and Mystics?
Yeah, between the ones.
I agree, Demon Slayer. Yeah, I agree, Demon Slayer.
All right, let's look at the farmables. Any exchangers? No, there wasn't.
Can you look at the cameo equip for me?
Cameo?
I want to see something. The cameo trio.
Yeah, the trio. Cameo. All right, which one are we talking?
The blue equip specifically.
There's like 2, isn't there? Yeah, there's 2.
Only one. There's one equip of each.
There's 2. There is 2 blue equips.
Oh, there is 2 blue equips. It's the 10135 Carrot's Companion, and it is buffed in JP. Can you show me what it looks like on your stream real quick?
This. Is that one done?
Yes, it makes your equip blue. That's the same. It has a super 7C, so they gave it another 7C, and they gave it another team HP in JP.
Alright,
So, yeah, this card is... Yeah, this equip is so absurdly overpowered for Muichiro teams. It's kind of insane.
Bro, auto-corrected me to Mustang. That's crazy. Alright, let's look at the farmables for Mystic. We're not going to talk about like the easy dungeon drops, because those are trash. Alright, Seal. The Seal. Let's go over each equip and speedrun this shit.
Oh, God.
Equip 1.
A lot of these used to
bad,
be really good
horrible.
for buttoning.
F tier.
A lot of these used to be really good for buttoning.
First one, F tier? F tier? Yeah.
Is Muichiro purchasable? Yes, Muichiro is purchasable, but he's a system.
You need 2.
At least 2
yeah.
of them. You need at least 2 to be playable.
Oh, Tokiyami is a new vid that Kaiba sent me. It's hilarious. I'll send it to you later, but I'll link it in the chat.
I enjoy that very much. It was hilarious.
Yeah. That one with the dog and a cat crying. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright, first equip, Kukon, trash.
First equip, ass. It used to be good because it was one of the first equips to have full blind.
Also F. Oki, F. Trash.
F.
Usui.
F.
No, this one isn't as bad, because Dragon Killer Healer.
It has Dragon Killer, yeah, but it drops your stats. Which
D. This is D.
D, true. Shiranaki's ass.
D.
Machigan's absolutely dog shit.
And Didge.
Kunashi's absolutely dog shit.
Furaku's like the only passable one.
Nakoja's absolutely dog shit. Furaku's is like
Fua and the haste. That is literally the only main thing that's like slightly better, and it's still like D tier. Still D tier, but yeah.
Absolute dog water. There you go.
Dog water. This is not worth spending much points on, but you need them. You do need them to get the drops.
You do need them to get the drops. That is correct. Yeah. So you will have to get them if you want to get the drops.
First up, I forgot how you get it, but I think it's like time based, where like the morning is one and the night is a different one.
Yeah.
You can look it. You can look it up.
When you clear them. Yeah, Kyozansai and Ryozansai.
Skill up's trash. I don't like this.
62. Ha ha ha.
Ew. Also ew. Sure, it makes it BB, but like, only the mega farmers know the value. I am not a mega farmer, so.
True.
You shouldn't have me to tell you if you'd want this. Same with Kyozan. Where was the other one? Ryunsai?
Ryozansai.
I mean, it's Kyozansai and Ryunsai. Yeah. Literally the other color, but it has the alt evo. Now this is way good because
the blue one is Pog.
Yeah, the blue.
The alt evo, the one that's Sana colors.
Pog goes lefty. Yep.
This card used to unironically be actually usable on Sana teams in SR3. Never forget.
And this equip is nice. It's okay. It hasn't been buffed, but like it's okay. It's a good farmable. There we go.
It's a farmable. Yeah. Yep. The farming this card sucks.
It does. Yeah.
Ass, though. Farming this card sucks monster ass. You have to clear SR3 with the dragons on your team. This shit sucks monster ass.
Mystic Seal Protection is that a farmable from somewhere? I'm not sure if it's here this round, but like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have to talk about Amakazumi because that is part of the Mystic.
Oh, that is true. Is he back in the shop now? Can I get?
He is, but not if you traded for him before, which is fucking cancer, by the way.
Yeah, that's absolutely cringe, GungHo. What the fuck?
I have 3, and they're not letting me get any more of those bastards. Alright, yeah, this is one of the staples of 2020 team building. Like, Elmira's meme, if you have an empty slot, this goes on it. Does 30 turn cooldown, it's never charging up. And Unbindable and Team HP, pretty much the best in slot equip of that age.
Of that age. It has not aged particularly well, though.
Yeah, and nowadays we have like a lot better things.
There's better things to be using nowadays.
Okay, Evo is also pretty bad because it literally has no utility except HP and damage. And the damage not even that good because the killers are spread out. They change it to like a 2-turn active, it might be playable, but otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Leader skills, no. Yeah, but anyways, it's free, go get it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Also, I think Mystic Seal is exchangeable?
It might be, but I didn't see it in this exchange. Let me just check if there's any more farmables I missed.
No, you're good.
Mystic pulls up too much shit. Ah! Too many Mystics.
Oh, what's the name of it?
Seal. And that's it. Okay, let's look at the bundles.
And I think Mystic Seal is the one that you get for like clearing the Colosseum the first time.
Yeah. All right. Bundles. There was a $2 bundle, I think, or is it $1? I forgot because I bought it. What do you? I don't remember, but buy it. Might as well buy it.
There's a $2 bundle, and then Roku has a bundle, and then there's a
do not buy Roku. Do not
$30.
Yes. Do not touch
That is
Roku.
legit the worst value. You literally buy power instead. Buy fucking
buy power. Yeah, buy Denji.
Save 30 stones. Save $30 and use it on New Year's.
Yeah.
Save $30 and buy Muichiro.
Like, you have to be a really die-hard music fan to buy this just for the BGM, because Roku is so bad.
Yeah, you didn't buy your $2 bundle, bro? The fuck?
I already bought it.
No, you didn't? The chainsaw one?
No, it reset. It just reset, because the second machine.
Go buy it again.
Yeah, I will. After this. Okay, Miss 31?
Buy it on stream live.
No. This team doesn't even have Bukotsu. Where's my Bukotsu? But this is... And it's $30.
You would think it would give me Yukine by now.
But it is a 1 out of 6.
Came out, but
to be fair, that's not a bad 1 out of 6 if you don't have any cards.
It just added to my collection of 14 Ryumeis. It was essential that I have the 14th one.
Yes. How else are you gonna run the 7 of them on?
I have just every single latent setup on every single red Ryume you could imagine.
Thank you for the follow, Visible Thing. All right. I believe that's all the rest of the bundles. Now let's talk about exchanges. Alright, first, Rainbow Fireball, you should farm these, but they are also... Are they attainable in the Switch Creator Dungeon? I don't think so, right? Because you only get the Sin Dragon Crystals and the Rainbow Water Points.
I think they are. You don't get the big Spectral Fireball. You get the little ones, like the tiny ones.
I really don't remember, but I don't think you can get them anywhere else. Otherwise, I've had more than 6. Anyways, yeah, you should get these while they're still here. Because otherwise you can change them from Rainbow Medals when the Super Godfest come with these. Also scam, by the way. Yeah, this is the biggest scam of all time. The 1 Rainbow Beef or 2 of these extremely rare Rainbow shits, not worth it. No.
Not worth.
Now this is the bigger scam. This is the bigger scam.
Ruko trade. This is literally getting robbed at gunpoint.
You're getting robbed.
This is straight up highway robbery.
Yeah. You're getting mugged by GungHo.
Trade black metals and
Mikage.
2 of the
5 rainbows.
And Mikage and 2 of
200 monster points
and 2 of the raccoon seal.
And I think you need a rainbow fire to make those too. Fringe.
Yeah, you do. This is legit like 1,000 stamps worth of running that dungeon and a Mikage. And a card that is just literally worse than Mikage.
This is the better trade right here, Roko for Mikage.
Is to give him away for your first Mikage.
Yeah.
That is, if you don't have Mikage, on God, $30
that might be worth it.
For Mikage is a better deal than $30 for Roko.
Obviously, I'm not gonna suggest like throwing your only card in case of the copium buff, but like
that. Mikage is not really worth.
It's not worth that. For Sena, now that would be a questionable one, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Alright, anything else we gotta talk about?
No, I think we're good.
Right, we talking about farmables, and alright, thanks to Darkrai for co-hosting with me, thanks to Kaiba in chat for some suggestions, thanks to my video editor, Soldier, and thanks to Elder Roman for the banner, and obviously all the assets are belong to GungHo. Alright. Remember to like and subscribe.